How you doing? This is Sean from Reef Stabilization Creations, and I wanted to give you guys a short update. This is day 59. I'm not going to give you a close-up video of the corals right now. There's no sense. You're not going to see much growth. But the corals are doing very well. I have an algae bloom starting on the glass because I've been overdosing a little bit of the zeovit. And I did some research on a couple people online and changed my dosage. And I've also changed my lighting, and that's what I mainly wanted to talk about today. I have a few things I want to touch base on. Well, the first thing is the main thing, and I raised the halide because too much light will encourage algae growth and hinder coral growth. And you have to adjust that. Without a par meter, I'm doing this all by just experience. So I might even have to raise the light a little bit more and lower the time of the halide. It's 20K. And that's the spectrum I like. I've had good response with 20K and the actinic color. But the Kessil I programmed, I went on Bulk Resupply's YouTube video on the Apex, and they do a special video on how to program the Kessil and tie it directly with the cable to the Apex so that you can change your color and intensity and have a dusk on effect. So that's what I definitely did, and it's great. Now it's working the way it should. I should have outstanding coral growth now. I've downstairs with my AIs, I've got it dialed in good. The spectrum of blue really seems to do really well for me, and I have a short photo period of around 10K downstairs, maybe 14K, and the corals really respond downstairs. Now I did a video on my 150 gallon. You guys probably haven't noticed. You have to type in 150 gallons and you should see it. It's just a grow tank. There's cyanobacteria and algae growth, but I don't do water changes downstairs, so that tank does get a little buildup, especially when I'm not cleaning the glass and taking care of it. I hadn't changed the carbon down there for a few weeks, so it'll build up fast. I did do some maintenance since that video, so it does look better already, and I'll show you a video of that tank before I show you another video of this tank, because this tank, I want to give it some time so you can actually see the growth, but there is some growth. And I'll show you, maybe I'll show you one coral before I shut the video off. But couple things I wanted to cover was not only the lighting and the changes I made in the photo period, but also I use these two tools, and I wanted to touch base on them to stir the gravel. Now I watched a couple videos of like Vivid Aquaria, and they talk about stirring your sand bed. Well, with zeovit you're supposed to do that. So I use this neon rod, the kind you see at the shows, and I stir up the sand, and this allows you to do it slowly, so you don't stir too much stuff into the water column so it's all over the place. Then also I have this little back scratcher that I found. These things have been around for 20 or 30 years. If you find one of these are great. They're acrylic, so you're not going to leach anything into the water, and you can do it quicker job if you're not worried about getting stuff into the water column too much. That's one little tip I have for you guys. Now, the other tip I have is down here in the refugium, when you're doing zeovit, it's not a lighted refugium. The light is on now, but if you could see down there, I'll zoom in. I don't want to go crazy with the camera today. I've been doing some poor video shots. I want to make sure you guys can see this well. If you can see in front of the sump there, during the daytime, my windows shed a lot of light into the room. But I want to leave this door open for pH reason, aeration, temperature, all those, because I'm using a halide. So I put a magazine in front of the live rock to block that light, because it's supposed to be cryptic, because I'm getting reflection of light in there. So I put a magazine there, and that stops that. And that was just like a quick little thing that I'm doing lately. I started to change some of my dosing just because some videos I've been watching to make sure that I take care of this algae. But I fixed the problem before, and I'll fix it again. Sometimes you feed too much to your corals, and that's what I was doing. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about real quickly, what was it? Was how some of the corals are taken off. I wanted to make sure that that you guys got a good shot of this highlighter coral in the center that I showed you that I have downstairs. I talk about it in my other video with the big tank, and I talked about it I think on the 40-day or something like that. But it's really starting to branch out now. Some of the it's starting to have several branches come off on the left side of the coral. Now I'm going to bring you in for a closer look at it just so you can see it. And hopefully I don't botch this too much. But the halide is on right now, so it's hard to get the colors. But you can see those branches. I mean, they are taking off, and the blue is starting to really show on the acro next to it. I just wanted to give you that close up. The green slimer over here, I'll show you again too. This is looking better and better. It's really showing a lot of green now, and that's starting to take off. All the softies that I put in here that are like LPS, there's some A-cans and stuff, those are still looking really good. The Blastos actually look bigger. This piece over here, A-cans, there's heads everywhere. This piece looks great too. It looks outstanding. But everything looks really good now, except for the algae bloom on the glass. Now, that I'm just going to have to control, like I said, and, you know, slow down on some of the nutrients. I've been lightening up on the food a little bit, and just trying to take care of it that way. I just wanted you guys to get this last update before I'm going to wait a few weeks before I give another one on this particular tank, because I want it to show some growth. It's hard for you guys to see the growth that is actually happening in this tank because I'm doing so many updates. But the next time I do this tank, I'll have the pH monitor on there for the apex, so that'll be the other thing I report on. I don't know what else I might do for it, but I just want to keep giving you updates on it. If anything dies, anything come back, stuff like that. Some of the pieces are really starting to color up, but I did notice my red planet was really dark red, and it could be because of several reasons. But one thing I noticed is that I have probably too much par. So I'm going to lower the photo period even more, probably on the halide, maybe raise it even a couple more inches, and rely more on the Kessil, and see how things go. But there's some great coral growth in here, and things are looking a lot better. But I will do an update on the downstairs tank. That'll probably be my next video. It'll be part 2 of the 150 gallon. And when that comes up, it'll just be the overhaul that I did on it. I got rid of some of the cyano down there, cleaned up some of the glass already, put some carbon in it. It looks phenomenal. Everything looks great. The Certosa down there, I mean, it's really sizey. I underestimated how big it out because I took the rock out, cleared off the cyanobacteria, washed it off in some tank water when I did a water change, and everything looks so much nicer down there. But I think I covered everything. I'm not really sure if I did. But this is Reef Stabilization Creations, and this is the day 59, and maybe I'll do an update around day 80 or something, and we'll see how big these corals actually get. But keep looking for my videos. I'm going to be doing some servicing in my local area for tanks and such, and I live in Connecticut. So if you want to look me up, you can check me out on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. Make some comments on there, friend me, whatever you want to do, and get in touch with me. And that's it. I'll end with that. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. Thanks.